name?
Laxul. L-A-C-S-E-U-L.
That's cool.
Yeah, French Canadian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where were you born?
Here.
Billy?
No, I'm sorry. In Washington State.
Okay.
Yeah, Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon. I'm gonna unload everything now.
And what's your birthday?
10/11/83. Just don't tell anybody.
I know somebody with that exact birthday. Okay.
Now I can't put this on YouTube. Shoot. I just revealed my birthday.
You can edit that out.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'll just muffle it.
Do you know what time?
I think it was 7:40 in the morning.
In the morning, okay. The table heater's on. Do you want it on?
Oh, that sounds great.
Okay. Huh. Wonder who else's birthday that is. Okay. All right. So, you have. Where's your Capricorn? Or do you have Capricorn? No. Okay. So one of the things I wanted to look at is where your sun sign was, and it's in the 12th house. Do you know all about this?
No.
Okay. So your 12th house is, I mean, it's almost to, this is where the houses start. And so this is the first house that goes around the 12th house, but it goes like this from grounded to ethereal. So you're very ethereal. You can barely figure out who you are according to your sun sign. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I have my sun in the 12th too. It's right about that same position while I am Capricorn. So, and you chose a challenging chart. I can just see that from looking at it because everything's over here. So, and a lot in Sag, wow. So that's part of it. But don't get discouraged because the more you know about all of this, the easier it is to handle. So I am gonna do, let's get this going first, but then I want to run your chart in a different system too. But we can do that afterwards online or whatever. And I can tell you more about it, so.
Okay.
Really?
Well, here's this for now.
Oh, okay,
Thank
cool.
you. So that way I'm squared up so I don't have a thing on my mind because that's what would be on my mind. Did I bring the money or not? Yeah.
Good Lord. Okay, I can't do that right now. My phone's blowing up. Alright.
Well, I appreciate this, and I just,
No problem.
if I don't get taken care of, I'm just gonna, I don't know, be a big ball of mess.
We will help you. It'll be good. So, who do you want the cord cut from? What's that all about?
Well, there's this Japanese girl, Michiko Nomura, and for some reason it's, okay, so it's like the only individual to have ever, like, loved me in my life. You know, my parents were there, but also, you know, my dad, my stepmom were very verbally, mentally, physically abusive. And my mom, you know, she did the best she could, but it was already like, you know, just there.
Uh-huh.
And so a lot of the things, it's just, there's no real, like, love, you know, and my mom, you know, did the best she could. You know, I know she loved me, but it was just like, outside of that, this was the only individual that actually really cared to talk to me and cared to be with me, cared to actually, want to be around me. And that was my longest relationship, was a year and a half of my entire existence. That is my longest relationship. And it's so frustrating because I fought so hard to like get to that point, and then I drank because of all that depression, all the other frustration and everything like that. And a lot of the psychic thing too, because I saw a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
That
happens to a lot of us.
Yeah. And so I started being just so down to the bottle that it wasn't even funny. And I just went with this, and I fell into that big pattern, big hole, and it was just nothing but just drinking and drinking. She loved and she cared for me, and it was times like she, during high school or college, she sat outside my door in the dorms because it was one of those electronic locks, and I was so drunk I couldn't get up to answer the door. But she sat there for hours.
Oh wow.
And it was just that type of stuff that just plays on my head, and then like when things like this happen, I just get so overwhelmed, and then I get stressed out, and then the stress brings up the fact that I let somebody go, and like I go right back to that day, like it was like I'm there. I go right back to that day where like her hand just literally slipped out of mine and she said goodbye.
Oh wow.
And it's just so, and it just never stops, and it stops, and it doesn't stop, and then just like, during my first heart attack, when I was there in the hospital, she was there right next to me, and spirit, and she was talking, and this nurse, all decked out in a white nurse's gown outfit back in the 50s, comes in, and she turns around, has no face, and then she tells me that she'll never let me go. She's never gonna let me go. And then she started chirping and laughing as she walked out. And the weird thing was...
This is the nurse that you saw, right?
This is, the nurse that I saw, because Michiko told her to leave. But the weird thing was, is like, I've seen this before, where the curtain was white, and the curtain stayed still at the bottom. That part moved. I had the same thing happen when a demon came into my room, and the curtain didn't move at the bottom, but the hand and face that reached in there did. It didn't get through the barrier, obviously, but that it was still surreal. And I've seen it before, and I'm thinking it's just a manifestation from within. Then, it happened like last night. Is just this deep, dark, for the whole week, it was just like that. But then last night I figured I'd type it all out and put it on Facebook because I couldn't handle it anymore. I can't just write the stuff out. Because, I try my best to act like I'm good and normal and stuff like that, but then things like this, I just can't handle it.
Right.
And it just keeps getting stronger to the point where I thought I was gonna just want to pop back the bottle.
Yeah.
And just not care. I really wanted to die, and that's where it got me to the point. And that's why I figured, this has got to be enough. I can't get anybody to be with me, can't get anybody to love me, can't anybody care about me, and it's just so self-defeating that this keeps coming back up. And it's just like I just turn into this person, turn into this thing that I don't want to be. And I can't concentrate, I can't focus, and it all started when I started school again, because everyone told me how hard A&P is, how hard this class is going to be, and all this other stuff. So I started creating all this self-doubt, and I know it. And then I can't move beyond that,
Yeah.
It's not when I looked at it after I stopped thinking about it, but everybody tells you this, and it's all right there. And then it's just this whole manifestation, and if I feel like if I had somebody, I've been able to shift things, but then I can't. I just can't get anybody. I can't find anybody. I can't see anybody, and things have just gone so flip-flops. It's not even funny. It's like my mind is just turning myself against me, and it's like she was right. She was never going to let me leave. She was never going to go. The nurse.
Okay. Well.
So
that's kind of what you were describing is like. Well, people call them witches, but they're not. It's a dark kind of spirit that can keep a hold of you, but the reason they can keep a hold of you is because you believe that,
It fuels in the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's so hard to break it when it comes
Yeah.
and just manifests in different ways.
Mhm.
Like I pushed away Michiko, and I got away from that for so many years, and then all of a sudden it just came back. But it was just like,
Yeah.
you know, I was able to fight off the verbal, I was able to fight off the physical, I was able to do all this other stuff. But there's just that emotional that, you know, because for the past 3 years, that's what I've been doing.
Mhm.
Writing it off, fighting it out, writing it off, fighting it out. And then it's just like, at this point, it just came on to, like this was it. You know what I mean? Like, this was it. And then it just did not want me to do it. It just wanted me to pick up that bottle. It just wanted me to do it, you know, to go back to that again. And that's what it felt like. I was just like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a better way.
Right.
You know, I've done everything I can, and I've pushed away a bunch of stuff. But this is my last roadblock, I feel.
Yeah. We'll get it.
Yeah, well, I figured I might as well be honest because, you know,
Yeah.
I'm just tired, I'm just done. And I want to be happy, I want to have a relationship, I want to have something
Mhm.
with somebody eventually before I die.
Can I?
Yeah.
I love the turtle.
Yeah, Andy gave that to me.
Really?
And this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Great taste.
yeah, I'm just doing
Yeah.
everything I can because I don't want to fall into that. I want to
Mhm.
overcome it because I know I want to be a nurse, and I know I want to be this, and I want to do the healing as well.
Mhm.
Because science is finally matching up to what everything I've been talking about.
Finally.
Yeah. Yeah, just like today they
Yeah.
talk about sound destroying cancer, leukemia.
Mhm. Mhm.
Well, thank
Hello,
God,
we
because it's like, but it's like I that's the things I get all these messages in my head. I've came up with, you know, whenever it would feel like a session, you know,
Mhm.
I do donation based only, you know, cash
Okay.
donation based only. So
Cool.
if you ever want to do an actual session, it'd be great because I do a sequence now that even the lady I just worked on said it made a difference because she could feel something.
Good.
Because I used smaller crystals on her before, and I had to do what I had, and then I changed everything, got bigger crystals, got a different technique down, and she said she could actually feel a difference of things moving out,
Oh, good.
which
Good.
is the intent. you know.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
I can help others, I can't help myself.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. So I start people face down. I don't care if your underwear's on or off, but the rest can go. And I'm gonna get out of here so you can get ready.
Hi.
Hmm?
Okay, so,
Between
underwear
the
off?
sheets.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you had a massage before?
Well,
a regular massage?
Yeah, no.
Not a professional one?
Yeah, no, yeah, I guess not. Okay, so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, just strip down to wherever you're comfortable and then get between the sheets and face down.
Okay.
And I will
Do
get
you
out
want
of
me
here.
to, oh, you remove all this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. All right, thank you. But this is not going on YouTube. Okay.
Alrighty. feet.
Okay.
How's that feel?
Good.
Good. Okay, so I don't know how much you know about me, but I sing while I work.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sing to connect us anyway, and then we'll probably clear the cord. So what happens with the energy cords with me is that I clear them and make sure that they can't do anything back to you.
Okay.
Cutting the cord kind of leaves a stump where things can reattach to. So I want to pull all the energy through, make sure everything's clear, and you know, you still have the love. You always have the love, but you don't have any of the nasty crap.
Yeah.
Sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, could this have been put on by somebody?
Maybe.
Because I had encountered at least two different forms of witchcraft.
Okay.
For individuals who, one was had a curse put on her because somebody had clipped her toenails and collected her hair, and she didn't know. But the other one, I knew, and I thought I had gotten rid of it, but her name was Peaches, and it was somebody I met in North Dakota that I was. So I knew her from a guy named John.
Okay.
And he was, oh God, I cannot believe it. I think they're from Georgia. And she had definitely something with her, and I knew she was a practitioner of something. She was very adamant about it. And I think that she messed with something when I was over there in the trailer living with them.
Okay.
And I just couldn't shake it afterwards, and then that's when I had my heart attack, after I started on the rig, or after I got off the rig.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, but I was 235 pounds too, so.
You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Well, that gives me a bit of hope.
Yeah. I was 235 pounds, and then I was 210 on my second one. And
Wow.
I thought to myself, oh wow, that's really good, 210, you know. And then, let's see, what was it? 2018, I've been a pretty solid 185.
Wow.
So it was just this year that I actually dropped to 168 now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm trying
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm trying to fight type 2 diabetes, and a lot of it's just because of stress and.
Yeah.
So when I changed my diet, it was really what helped, and it was cutting the sugars out and getting all the red meat out, and I just kind of went with being a vegetarian. But I gotta thank Andy for that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
Yeah, she is. And that's kind of like one of the friendships I don't want to ruin, you know, I just.
Absolutely. Yeah. She is pretty priceless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, you just relax. Let the music take you wherever you go. Lay down your head and I'll sing you a lullaby back to the years of Lily, and I'll sing you to sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bless you with love for the road that you go. May you sail fair to the far fields
fruits of fortune, with diamonds and pearls at your head and your feet, and may you need ne'er to banish misfortune. May you find kindness in all that you seek. May there always be angels to watch over you, to guide you each step of the way, to guard you and keep you safe from harm. Luli, luli, lily. May you bring love, and may you bring happiness, beloved, in return, to the end of your days. Now fall off to sleep. I'm not meaning to keep you. I'll just sit for a while and sing Luli Lily. May there always be angels to watch over you, to guide you each step of the way, to guard you and keep you safe from harm. Luli, luli, lily. Luli, luli, lily. Stranger man who comes to me, a soldier on a 3-day spree. He needs one night's sweet ecstasy, and wants arms to hide him. He greets me with a courtly bow, and hides his pain by acting proud. But he drinks too much, and he laughs too loud. Who am I to deny him? Let us dance beneath the moon. I'll sing to you, clear the room. Tomorrow always comes too soon, but tonight the war is over. He speaks to me in schoolboy French of a soldier's life inside the trench, and the look of death and the ghastly stench. I do my best to please him. He puts 2 roses in her face, 2 roses sadly out of place, like the gallant smile on his haggard face. Playfully I tease him. Hold beneath the Paris skies, let's not talk of our wife. Tomorrow's soon enough to die, but tonight the war is over. We make love too hard, too fast. He falls asleep, his face a mask. But he wakes with the shakes, and he drinks from his flask. I put my arms around him. Will they die in the trenches, and they die in the air? In Belgium and France, the dead are everywhere. They die so fast, there's no time to prepare a decent grave to surround them. Old world glory, old world fame, the old world's gone up in flames. Nothing will ever be the same, and nothing lasts forever. Well, I'd pray for him, but I've forgotten how, and there's nothing that can save him now. But there's always another with the same funny bow, and who am I to deny him? Let us dance beneath the moon. I'll sing to you, Claire de Lune. Tomorrow always comes too soon, but tonight the war is over. But tonight the war is over.
Okay, so part of the reason that I needed to give you a massage is to work all this out of your muscles, so that you know in every part of you that you don't need alcohol anymore, that won't help anything, that you can let go of the past, move into the future in perfect comfort, knowing that everything will be fine, everything will always work out. Eventually, it might take a bit to move through it, but know that at the end, there are good things coming for you. You have a dragon around you, so I want you to use her. She is really pretty. She's iridescent black, like a raven, so she's very protective, and you can use her wings to surround you if you feel like you're in a situation where you need that kind of protection, and that's with anything. You can put her arms around you in an instant. Just all you have to do is ask, or see them wrap around, whatever you feel like you need to do.
Okay.
She's always there for you. Always, always, always. And those wings are always more protective than any magic ever could be. So, use her. She's fabulous.
Does she have a name or?
So I don't usually get names because dragon's language is not like our language, so call her whatever you want to.
Okay. But just black wings?
A big black body. Although, all of her body is black that I can see. So,